Hello and welcome to a Shop My Closet styling video. The concept for this one is that I'm kind of shopping my own closet, especially the pieces that have been in there for a long time that I haven't gotten rid of, but I haven't been wearing. Because I feel like that is a large percentage of my closet is stuff that I'm like, but it's so cute, I will start wearing this. But I don't wear it because I haven't found a way that I want to style it yet. So that's kind of the purpose of this video, is to focus more on those pieces, which also means that there might be a fair amount of pieces that by the end of this, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to sell these now. I have like a vibe and an aesthetic that I would like to move my wardrobe in, and I have an extensive Pinterest board of it, and the vibe is ethereal, utilitarian. Also think like armored angel. I've been thinking a lot about the like cool muted colors that I know look best on my skin tone and my hair color and stuff like that. And so I have a vision of like what direction I want to move towards, which I'm simply just going to keep in mind as I'm doing this styling, because I'm not focusing on purchasing new pieces at the moment. So I'm really just working with what I have. Let's get into it. Okay, so I've pulled out the stuff from the closet that I'm like, I've been holding on to all these pieces, but I can't remember the last time I wore any of them. Okay, so the first one that I have a vision for is this gorgeous, I cut out the tag, but I want to say this is a vintage dkny piece. I got it from like a high-end consignment store years ago, and I think I wore it a handful of times. Now, if I remember correctly, the main issue with this piece is that it's really long. It's also obviously completely sheer, which I can work with, but that also, and it's cream colored and it's kind of fragile. So I think between the length, the fact that it's usually wet and muddy in Portland, like all of these things combined, it's just not an easy thing to just wear and throw on. It's also obviously like completely shapeless. And yeah, the arms and the shoulders are a little tight. Let's see, for shoes, I always like the kind of juxtaposition of like something super delicate and feminine with something like these boots, but these boots don't really add that much height. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I love the way you can kind of like peek the tattoos a little bit, but the fact that it doesn't have any shape, I just don't feel like it's very flattering. Okay, I literally just tripped in the couple of steps going over to my closet, so that might be enough to say, nah. I think I'm gonna sell this. I just think it's like, I keep thinking I'm gonna find some way to wear it, and I just don't. It's just really impractical for Portland. I'm trying to think if there's a world in which I would want to crop it at all, but honestly, it's such a beautiful piece and it's in such good shape that it almost feels like it would be a sin to take a pair of scissors to it. Oh, I wonder if I can take screen grabs of this to use for Depop photos. Ugh, I'm bummed about this one. I'm bummed about this one for sure. I'm gonna try and see how much of this video I can do with the same base layer on, so I don't need to change every time. We'll see how long that lasts. Okay, in some ways this is kind of in the same vein, and actually this is from the same high-end consignment store, but after it changed ownership and names. Back in the day it was Button Consignment, but then that owner moved to White Salmon. Why do I remember all of these details? And she sold it, and now it's like same concept, same kind of brands, but different owner and different name. It's now called Vein of Gold, and it's on North Rosa Parks in the Arbor Lodge neighborhood. This is basically how I envisioned this when I bought it. So it's obviously like a sheer, very fun texture, kind of ivory tunic, I suppose. And this is how I pictured it, is with these boots and just with little either booty shorts or a mini skirt mini skirt underneath. I knew when I got it that it was not, like, it's not a objectively flattering piece, right? Like, being a short, curvy girl, wearing A-line shapes is kind of about the least flattering thing I could do, because it just hides everything and just kind of makes me look big. But sometimes I have a very strong belief that when you are a stylish person, the goal is not always to look as small as possible. Sometimes that's not the goal. So I try and like keep that in mind and not let all of my deeply internalized patriarchal hatred of my own body get to me, right? That's important. I think the other thing to remember when you're wearing stuff like this too is, like, obviously I'm standing and looking at myself in the mirror in a static way, but when I wear this out into the world, because I'm going to keep this and I'm going to try it, I will be moving my body. I will be sitting down and getting up and walking around and putting my hands on my hips and all of these different ways that, like, you can see the shape of my body underneath this. So I think this is really fun. I would totally wear this with my bright red lipstick and kind of zhuzh things up for, like, I would wear this out to like a nice dinner or something like that in the kind of like classic Portland going out style. I would maybe potentially wear these with a different pair of shoes, which let me try it with a different pair of shoes really quick. This is gonna get real messy real fast. God, I love shoes. Okay. I feel like this could take on so many different vibes depending on the shoes and the styling. For example, if I was going somewhere, I don't go out these days, so I don't even know what would qualify under this, but like if I was going out somewhere a little bit more funky, or I wouldn't wear this to a concert because it would get dirty, but these are my concert going shoes for obvious reasons. They bring my 5'1" to about 5, I don't know, 5'3", 5'4". Yeah. God, if only my legs were a little longer. Not with the socks showing. Yes, Moon, hello. Yep. I think that's fun. I love these shoes so much. I call these my Frankenstein shoes. I get compliments on these every time I wear them, but sometimes I feel like it's that kind of compliment where people are just like, what the fuck are those? So they say, I like your shoes, but in their head they're really like, what the hell are you wearing? Okay, so that could be an option, but let's see, in the summertime, I don't like that either. I think these are some of my favorite, most worn shoes. These are Fry's, so obviously they are expensive, but man, have I gotten my wear out of these. If I was going to like a nice dinner or something, I think I would do this, but with more of a substantial skirt underneath. No, that doesn't work. The skirt adds too much fabric underneath and it starts to make this poofy. The other thing I was going to say about this, like going through the closet thing, is that I've lost a fair amount of weight in the last couple of months, which is obviously great. It's what I've been trying to do, but everything is just like the fit of everything is a little off now for some things, and I'm just kind of like in between sizes on a lot of stuff. So that makes it a little trickier. I would probably wear it with these too in the summer. These are one of my favorite pairs of platform sandals, one of my favorite pairs of summer shoes. They're Born brand that I got from Goodwill for obviously like very cheap. And then I brought them to a cobbler because one of the straps was coming apart. So I don't remember exactly how much it was for them to fix it, but it was pretty cheap. Keeping this. Yeah, I'm gonna at least give it a try and wear it out in the real world and see how I like it. Okay, actually, coming back to this skirt for a second, I think I might need to get rid of this. The fit was always a little weird on me since I got it, where like I feel like the waist is really tight, but then it has like an accentuated hip shape where I'm like, that's significantly wider than my hips. And since I lost a bit of weight, I feel like it's just gotten that much weirder. Yeah, I'm getting rid of this. I would love to have a black mini skirt in my closet because I think it's classic, but I just think this fit is really weird on me now. Okay, here's another weird tunic, almost a dress, but not quite, which somehow I find myself in possession of these type of items a lot. I was really excited about this when I got it, secondhand somewhere, I can't remember. I don't think I've ever worn it. Okay, this is another one where it is completely shapeless, like potato sack, but because it's a little shorter, I do think it is a little bit more flattering on me. I actually think I would wear it like exactly like this. I even like the way that the halter looks underneath. I feel like it adds a little bit of interest to the shape. It is always funny though how things like this catch on my butt though, where I'm like, does that look weird? I want your guys' opinion on this one. Yay or nay? That's kind of the fun part of this. Some of these pieces I can just be like, I don't know, you tell me. You tell me. What do we think? Don't think a belt would look right, but let's try it. I don't think so. I just watched a friend and I just watched the Shrek movies a couple days ago. She came over and we had a Shrek marathon. Why does this make me feel like one of like Fry or Tuck from the Shrek movie? I mean, it helps the shape, but there's something off about this. I don't know. I have had this Urban Outfitters Silence and Noise blazer since high school. I think I got this my freshman or sophomore year of high school, which, oh my god, wait, hold on a second. What the fuck? No, hold on. I'm freaking out. Hold on. I'm freaking out and I also can't do math. Wait. My brain is legitimately glitching out because at first I wanted to say it's almost 20 years old and I was like, that literally cannot be possible. I think it's like 15 years old. I'm about to turn 32. Anyway, well, yeah, because I would be a sophomore in 2010. It's like 16 years old. Okay, that's terrifying. It still fits great. It's in great shape. It was always a little tight in the shoulders, but I feel like that's just normal for blazers for me. I have pretty wide shoulders and a wide rib cage for my shape, for my proportions. I'm not going to get rid of this, even though I don't wear it. I don't wear it, but I'm not going to get rid of it because I feel like it's a classic that could come in handy. But the point of this video is to try and figure out how I would wear it. I feel like a lot of the like clean girl aesthetic girlies would wear it with like a jumpsuit or unitard like this underneath. I would probably wear it with my platforms too. This is the kind of thing that's very like Portland night out vibes. I do think this is like a Portland specific thing. I think there's a lot of other cities that you wouldn't wear something like this out, but I could see this. Obviously, I could wear this with jeans. I'm in a very awkward phase with jeans right now too, where I feel like I just got rid of a bunch of them and I like don't really know which ones fit me well right now, but I might try this on again after I put jeans on. Okay, obviously this one looks ridiculous with the booty shorts underneath, but this is a J. Crew blazer that I thrifted somewhere that's in great shape, and I think the color is very nice. Never worn it. Never worn it, especially before I lost weight. I'm very prone to sweating. Like, I'm a very sweaty person. It's really annoying, it's really inconvenient, and it really ruins a lot of outfits. So basically anything that is like tight on my armpits is like gonna get gross, quite frankly. And this is one of those pieces, especially depending on what I'm wearing underneath. So I feel like anytime I almost would wear it out, I was like, ugh, this is gonna make me uncomfortable because it's like making my armpits feel claustrophobic. But I do think the fit is really nice. I guess I just like don't wear blazers much these days. I feel like I used to wear blazers all the time, but I also used to have a job for a while where I at least tried to look somewhat professional and put together. Ironically enough, that was mostly when I worked in furniture stores because I was trying to sell people large quantities and large dollar amounts of furniture. So let's see, what else do we have here? I guess we're kind of covering a lot of jackets and blazers right now. I wouldn't say thrifted this. I got this secondhand and it was still relatively expensive because it is real leather. It's buttery soft. I mean, I think a black blazer like this is a classic. I do feel like the shoulders feel a little wide on me now, which is not the end of the world. It's maybe just a little wider than I would have preferred. I think this is one of those things where I kind of just need to get out of my head a little bit and just wear it. I think in my head, I'm like, am I the kind of person that can pull off a black blazer, leather blazer like this? And it's like, yeah. It's the same thing I say, like when I wear a lot of hats, and then other people will be like, oh, I wish I could wear hats like you, but I'm not a hat person. And I always say to them, I'm like, well, you can. You just wear a hat out, and then look, you're a hat person. You just have to wear it, and then you're wearing it. So I think the same rule applies to myself with this jacket. But I do think maybe putting it over something more femme would help. Like, I don't know, you guys. I kind of hate this. I kind of hate this. I'm just going to whine for a second and say that there are such major downsides to being a petite person. And petite doesn't mean skinny. Petite means proportion-wise, just like short. Because the proportions on this felt kind of okay when it was like going with a little short shorts and whatever. But now with jeans, the proportions feel really weird to me. Like it just feels too big, like too long for me. This is also something that it's like in the entire time I've had this, I think I've worn it once. Things like this in Portland can be kind of hard too, because it's like if it's cold enough to wear something like this, it's likely also raining, which like you probably wouldn't want to wear something like this when it's raining. Yeah, I think I might hate this. Okay, that was a sharp turn of events. Give me your opinion on this as well, please. This is a Free People top that I knotted on the sides because it's another one where the shape is like very balloony in a way that's not super flattering on me. So depending on the pants that I wear this with, sometimes it does look cute tied up like this. And I actually have this in black as well. I feel like I wore these a lot the summer that I first got them just because they felt so nice and it's so hot outside. So I think I should keep them for no other reason than that. But I don't love the shape on me. These jeans, though, I do think need to be reintroduced into the repertoire. These were ones that actually were like too small for a while, but I held on to them, but now they fit again. They're a lot more tapered at the ankle than most of my other Levi's, which I think is just kind of a fun, different shape. They feel very 90s, right? Especially like with this top and with these clogs. These clogs are the Everlane. I can't remember what they're called. And I've worn them a bit, but I'm honestly kind of on the fence about selling these too. Yes. Hello. They are comfortable, kind of, until you're walking a lot, and then they actually kind of start to bruise. Is this called the bridge of my foot? Because the material is so stiff and has no give whatsoever. Yes? Okay. that they actually kind of hurt just from the pressure of how they hit the top of my foot here. So maybe that's not the bridge, maybe that's an instep. I don't know foot parts. I love a good clog, but I just like, I don't wear these. I think I could sell these too. This video is turning into less of a styling video and more of a clearing out my closet, I guess, which is fine. Kind of needs to be done either way. Here's another black, well, this one's pleather. This one I thrifted somewhere. I can't remember where. I also know that it has, it's like the fake leather is like flaking off somewhere, or it has like scratches on it, which honestly might be from Moon jumping into my closet. I'm not sure. Trying on these clothes is like legitimately putting me in a bad mood right now, because what the fuck? I don't think I can wear black leather. Like, I think black already just looks so harsh on me as a color in general, and then make it leather, and then make it boxy. I don't think I can wear this. I think I gotta get rid of both of them. I'm also like immediately sweating in this. This had been a dress that I got from Target years and years ago, and then when I was like, damn, this dress has been sitting in my closet for years and I haven't worn it, let me crop it into a crop top, and I still don't wear it. It's fine, but I don't wear it. It really does nothing for me. I like the color, but there's something about the pockets and the shape of the neck that feels very like janitor uniform to me. I'm gonna get rid of this. I fear that this is turning into the exact opposite of a video as it was supposed to be. I'm afraid that instead of shop my closet, it's turning into purge my closet. So we'll see what the video title, we'll see what the title of this video ends up being. I feel like I have this habit with stuff like this style. Let's call this like boho femme. I feel like I have this habit of like trying to wear this stuff again and then like wearing it for a little bit and then being like, ugh, this so does not feel like me, and then I like veer really far away from it and then I repeat the cycle. But I always come back to, at the end of the day, this doesn't feel like me at all. Like, I do not feel like myself in this. This is like so sweet and femme in a way that I'm just like, I don't think so. And it's also just like, again, objectively not a flattering shape for me. So bye-bye to this one. I do really like this one. I have a lot of pieces like this that are kind of these just like random, they all have like the same shape. Like, okay, this is so funny. I obviously gravitate towards the Asian inspired tops. I'm sure there's a name for this neckline. I don't know what it's called. This one I wear a lot. Like, I actually have worn this quite a bit. Sometimes open, sometimes I tie it up in a little knot in the front into a little crop top. Sometimes I button it all the way up. I really love this piece. I get a lot of wear out of this. This one I have worn a fair amount. This is the one that actually in one of my past videos I fixed up a bunch of the I'm seeing some hanging threads that I need to cut. I sewed back on some of the clasps that were falling off. So I used to wear this a lot. I just haven't worn this recently. This I need to style and reintroduce. This one I'm kind of on the fence about. I've worn this a fair amount of times. Let me try and style this one too. This is like kind of absurd when I'm looking at them all in a row, but I've actually worn most of these. This one, I am kind of on the fence about the color / material. Like this very, what would you call this? It's like the material that reminds me of like really cheap prom dresses, or the material that like you would have to wear when you were in the orchestra or school band. Do you know what I'm talking about? What is this called? I'm a little on the fence about this one. And then this one, I totally forgot about. So, okay, all right, I'm getting sidetracked. This one, yes, I like it. I hate the buttons. And theoretically, I could just change the buttons. I'm just really bad about actually following through on projects like that. But I do think that if I change the buttons, I would wear this so much more often. And I feel like I'm picturing, a big tortoise shell round button would look really cute on this. So maybe I'll hang on to this and see if I can actually get myself to replace the buttons. Okay, yeah, I love this one. I need to reintroduce this. This I do think would look really cute with the little booty shorts on. Maybe I should put those back on. Okay, yeah, I think this is really fun. I think moral of the story is I need a new black skirt for the summer. Now that I'm getting rid of that other one that doesn't fit right, and I'm really picky about skirts. If you guys have any recommendations, I am looking for a black mini skirt. It needs to be like a knit material, not an athletic material. I can't do the girlfriend skirts. I tried them. They fit me really weird. They do not fit right for short girls. I've had the American Eagle ones in the past. I don't like supporting American Eagle anymore, and I don't want one that has I don't want a little slit. I don't want a little crossover. I don't want a little slit. I want a plain, straight. I'm very picky about this, okay? And I've been searching, and and I don't know why it's so hard to find. I'd prefer it isn't super low rise, but apparently that's the thing these days as well. Oh, I got the mini skirt from Free People recently in like a gray-brown color. I could get that one in black. I do really like that one. I do wish it was a little higher. Let me put that one on quick. Okay, I do think that this is fun, and it also inspired me to then grab these sweaters because I'm really into monochrome moments, or like monochrome where it's like different tones of the same color, like any of these sweaters with this skirt. But yeah, this is the Free People skirt that I got. And I love everything about it except that it's a little low rise, and I don't think they make a higher rise version. And I do feel like the back is a little funky, like it doesn't fit my behind perfectly, but it's pretty good. It's the closest thing to what I've been looking for in a mini skirt. So I could get the black one of this, but again, if you guys have any recommendations, please let me know, because I'm being picky about it. Moon's doing the thing where she's trying to figure out, she's like, can I jump? She likes to jump up and like dig her claws into the shoulders of the hangers, which is why some of my pieces have gotten scratched. So I usually keep these closet doors closed for that reason, but look at her. She's trying to figure out the physics of this situation. Okay, this is the first thing I've put on in this whole video that I actually feel good in. And no part of this is a shop my closet. These are like all new pieces that I've been wearing a lot recently. But while I do think of myself as a very like stylish person, and I will experiment with different things, I also think I tend to be quite a like uniformed person when it comes to my style. Like I find a fit in a silhouette that I like, and I'll kind of just repeat that a lot. So I feel like my style is pretty simple, but I'm really big on fit and proportions, as you can tell, which is why I'm getting so weird about some of these like jackets and stuff, where I'm just like, oh, if the proportions aren't right, I lose it a little bit. So this is definitely like a uniform that I feel like I would just repeat in different colors, or just like slightly change one thing, but like I love the proportions of this and the colors. But it's giving kind of like boring clean girl aesthetic. I think the tattoos help with that a little bit, and the hair, and I could do like a red lip or something like that. But this is definitely something that I would wear often. Same thing, but different. I like this as well. This was a sweater I was wearing when I got laid off. It's my layoff sweater. This is a Free People top that I got recently that I love. It was one of those things where back when I was still employed and had a steady paycheck. I remember looking at the price tag for this and being like, am I really going to spend $100 on a long sleeve knit top? Because I was just like, $98, that's ridiculous. But I've worn this like crazy. Like, I have worn this so many times. There's something about just like the shape and fit and color of it that it just like, I love. This is one of my favorite tops. So it actually was well worth the purchase. I would definitely consider getting this in a different color. I don't think this quite works because these two colors are like too close to being the same, where it's just a little like, It's like in furniture when this is a tangent, but I would always have design clients that would like come in and try, and they're like, I'm trying to get a chair to match my couch, but it would be from a completely different and I'd just be like, don't even try to match, because it's not going to, and then it's going to look weird, like because of dye lots and stuff like that. So it's kind of the same concept here, where it's like, you don't want to try to look like you're matching when it's obviously not. It has to be enough of a different color, and these are too close, I think. Do think that I have now been filming for over an hour, and I think I might need to wrap this up, and maybe this is just going to be a part 1, and you guys can give me some feedback both on the clothing items themselves, but also on the filming format. And I can always do a part 2 or a part 3. This has definitely gone a little differently than I envisioned it going, but that's fine. You guys have been telling me that you like the chatty videos, so here you go. Chatty on this one. One last thing that I am going to try on in this video though. Okay, these camo pants that I can't remember if I've talked about these or worn these in a past video. I thrifted these from somewhere. Can't remember. And these are, I believe, like legitimate army surplus, because there's no tag or anything anywhere. I'm obsessed with these. I am truly obsessed with these. They have the weirdest detail on the butt that I feel like might be kind of a you love it or hate it kind of a thing, but I'm kind of obsessed with it. And then they also have these tabbies that you can adjust. Now, I have worn these out once or twice, and I did notice the kind of annoying thing where these don't really stay tight on their own. So they kept kind of like loosening, I think, especially when I was like getting up and then sitting down, getting up and sitting down a lot. So I was kind of constantly having to like hike them up and tighten them throughout the night, which was a little annoying. Maybe there is a way to try and get them to stay a little bit more, but I do like the fact that you could like really snatch the waist in a little bit, or I could go for more of like a lower rise fit. They're really comfortable. I love a good pair of masculine pants. I love my Carhartts. I love my overalls. I love my, apparently now my camo cargos. I just like really like these. I feel when it comes to like a uniform, I feel the most at peace in a pair of masculine pants, a fitted sexy top, like the halter that I'm wearing, and a pair of heels, and a pair of hoops, and curly hair, and red lipstick. That's like my formula for feeling good for the most part. But the thing is, it really dark in here. I'm gonna turn on the cursed overhead light for a second. Ugh, that's horrible. Okay. The thing about camo though, as a woman, that I find really difficult is like avoiding looking like Kim Possible. So like wearing it with brown makes it look like you're actually trying to go hunting. Wearing it with black makes you look like you're doing a Kim Possible cosplay. I think that tan leather looks great with camo, but almost in a way that's so expected that it bugs me a little bit. So I've been trying to figure out like what the hell to even wear it with. I do think that something like this, like a lilac, is unexpected enough that it's like, okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool, lilac and camo. Hot pink is another one that for whatever reason feels weirdly obvious, but I think that might just be because of Cadet Kelly. somewhere in the deep recesses of my brain. Camo is interesting. I wonder if I could do something totally unexpected, like, no, God, no, not that. Not that. And that is where my camera died. That is the end of the clothing try-on portion for this particular video. It died because I've never been filming that long at one time. So it just, my phone gave out, quite frankly. So like I said more than once, that definitely turned out a little bit different than I had envisioned it in my head. But hopefully it still kind of scratched the itch of a first styling video, I guess. I definitely have enough kind of question mark pieces of clothing in my closet that I could do an entire second video like that I have a guess would be more of a purge my closet kind of a vibe. So if you want another of the same thing, let me know. I will happily do that. Otherwise, the next kind of clothing video could be more of a legitimate, like, styling the clothes that I actually wear in my closet, and I could use the mood board as more of a, what am I trying to say? Like, center point for the video. I will link my Depop in the description box. Highly unlikely that anything will actually be listed by the time that this video goes up, but maybe it's up there by the time that you have seen this video. I will be selling a bunch of stuff on there, and I will also put some shoppable affiliate links in the description too for some of the newer items that I tried on and mentioned as well. As always, no pressure obviously, but I am starting to put affiliate links in videos when relevant. Sometimes I link it like in the video, sometimes it'll just be in the description box. So if you are wondering about something, you can always check out the description box and see if it's there. Do I have anything else I wanted to say? I think that's the gist of it. Hope you enjoyed this very chatty video, and let me know what you want to see next. Okay, I'll see you in the next one.